What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Fantasy Endgame. As the kids say these days, we are so back. Football, that is. We're 24 hours away from kickoff. And as you and me remember it, Chris, it's Are you ready for some football?
Yes. There wasn't Thursday night football back then, was there? It was just Sunday and Monday.
I know.
That was it.
That was it. Friday. Who plays
Friday
NFL on
game?
Friday, Saturday? Yeah, the good old days. I don't know. Look, say what you want about Thursday night football. I think I'd rather have it than not have it.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the quality of games has gone up after the NFL realized maybe we should schedule some good teams. We got good teams scheduled this Thursday, and we're ready for Cowboys, Eagles, followed by Chiefs and Chargers. And man, it's going to be a nice opening weekend. And I love all the divisional rivalries they got going on. Some good, legitimately good matchups. But look, who cares? I don't care who's playing who. It's week one of the NFL season. We're ready. I know you are too. And you got to make sure you start off on a high note. So we're going to help you answer those questions, get your start sit all settled, right? Make sure you got a winning lineup. Make sure you drafted right. See if there's anybody worth picking up, trading, dropping. Yeah, it's never too early to do all that. So we're going to answer your questions as we do. We're going to stay on here as long as it takes to make sure we got you all ready. All right, so before we get into the questions, I know we got a lot already lined up. A couple reminders. So first of all, the offseason may be over, but that doesn't mean you stop playing an underdog because this is pick season, right? This is when you get your picks. How about this? This one seems pretty good to me. If Saquon Barkley does absolutely nothing, you still, I guess, don't lose that pick. Let's go higher than 0.0 yards. I mean, that's not a misprint, is it?
I guess not. This is what it gave me on my phone.
Okay, I'll take it. And I think we were talking. I think it's because the whole thing. This was 2 years ago. Aaron Rodgers, right? Opening game for the Jets, just needs a yard, and he didn't. So I'm pretty sure there's no way for Saquon. Although actually, now that I think about it, what if he loses a yard, like 2 yards on the carry, and then gets hurt? Okay, but anyways. I'll take this. Let's take a higher than 0.0. It's a gimme. Underdog is always giving you free picks, promotions. Take the gimme. Also, still, if you're a new customer and you're just trying for the very first time, you want to see what Underdog is all about, and check it out now, do some picks. If you play $5, you get 50 extra bonus funds in your account just like that. $5. Just put $5 towards anything. You get 50. And that's on top of what has already been going on. Our promo, if you use code ENDGAME when you first check out and sign up for Underdog, use that promo code and you'll get up to $1,000 bonus cash in your account just for signing up. And you just need to make a deposit, any amount. But again, the more you put in, the more you get back. And then you just make any pick of any kind. You get a free pick, right? Special pick just for signing up using our code ENDGAME. And then there's the gimme. And then there's whatever else they're also throwing on top of it for week one, because there's going to be stuff that drops tomorrow and then Saturday and then Sunday. So I think this is a pretty good time to try it if you haven't yet. A lot of people don't want to get into the best ball in the drafting, do the picks higher, lower. And of course, we help you out with those in the videos too. You've probably seen some of those. All right. Now we're going to get to your questions, but I also have to remind you, if you don't want your question posted on YouTube for whatever reason, like you want to just ask it on the side, or maybe you're watching this back, it's not live, or maybe tomorrow something pops up, or you think of another question right on Friday or Saturday. Well, there's an app for that. It's called Draft Lane. And so it's our app. We've been talking about Draft Lane all off season because we've used it in order to make sure I get it on. We use it in order to create fantasy leagues, what we think are the best forms of fantasy leagues. But now we also can mess up the streaming. Hold on. I'm going to try to put this on again. I'm trying to add this to the thing. You also can ask your questions on DraftLane just like last year. And so we have this app right there. Connect with the experts. Okay, so the leagues we've been drafting with you, and if you're on DraftLane, you put it right there into the little, what do we say we're going to call it? Conversation tab?
I guess the conversation?
Conversation.
Question and answer? I don't know.
You know what? That's easier to remember. I like that. Q&A, the Q&A tab. You click here and you go to the request section. You can ask start sit questions. You can just ask a question. I don't know. Let's check one of these out. Which one do you want to try? Start sit or just
start sit.
Do start sit. All right. You can do trade questions. You can do all sorts of things on here. But let's see. So look, you see where it says roster. So this user is in a Yahoo league. It doesn't have to be a draft lane league. Yahoo and Sleeper are supported. Android and Apple are supported for the app. Go to the roster, and here's the roster. So we're going to take a look and let's see. So we didn't have to read through, all the text and figure out listing your roster. You didn't have to type out your entire roster and try to explain, well, it's this. We just look and see what we like. Any changes that you see here?
I don't think so. I don't think you can start.
Ooh, it's IDP. Got Zaire Franklin. That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Tillman, but I'm not going to. Oh, he's got Tillman in the flex anyways.
This is a deep league. Got Pearsall and Tillman flexed. Javonte. I'm not putting Javonte in.
No.
Etienne, Charbonnet, Godwin is not playing. Najee. I'm not trusting Najee. Not starting Thornton. I don't think there's any changes I would make here. Do you?
Nope. You're not trusting Najee the starter, huh?
I don't think so.
The starter.
I don't know. I like my running backs to have vision. Pun intended. No. All right. So this one's good. We're just gonna update it. Let's see. No changes necessary. Is good. There you go. So that's how you can do it on the app. Simple as that. We check this every day, so no worries there. But we also check the comments here, and we're going to get to your comments and questions right now. So feel free to ask away. We are going to do the super chats first because that's why that feature exists. So we'll do those in order. If we miss you, just bear with us. We're going to try to get through all these, rating the teams. It's a process. It's a little process, but I'm ready.
Yes.
Ready for team number 1.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Because it's a rate your team. Rate this PPR 10-teamer. JD Bijan, Achane, Devonta Adams, Moore, Chase Brown, Igbuka. On the benches, Purdy, Mason, Kirk, Roman, Jennings. Love the new video openings. Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good feedback.
Trying to spice it up a little bit in intros.
Yeah.
Show off our lack of acting skills.
Exactly.
I've stacked at running back, Bijan, Achane. Wide receivers, good. Again, it's like Adams, you're 1, Moore, you're 2. It's not terrible, but it's not ideal. Looks like a no tight end league, so that's a plus. That gets you like an extra 0.25 just for being in a no tight end league. But again, for an 8-teamer, I'd like to feel a little bit better about my wide receivers. This is an 8, but because it's no tight end, I'll say 8.25.
Yeah, the no tight end thing boosts it. Yeah, look at Devonta Adams is kind of I don't even want to say wild card here, but it's the one that hopefully doesn't break, could make your roster depending on how he does. If Devonta Adams performs as expected, I think this is really solid, more like an 8.5. I mean, great running backs. Yeah, I mean, it's not a deep league. It looks like it's like deep rosters, so I think it's pretty good. Now we don't just do super chats. I feel like we got to give some love to Juicy Boosie, who's always on every stream. Thank you. All right, so you like this too. Punted tight end, but got options: Kincaid, Goddard, Ferg, or Pitts, week 1 and beyond.
I like Kincaid week 1. Well, I like Kincaid beyond. I know there's he's not going to play every snap, but yeah, no kidding. He's a tight end. He's not going to be out there 90+% of the snaps. He's not doesn't need to be out there 90+% of the snaps.
Right.
All these guys are streamers. I think my favorite pick in week 1 is Goddard, just because I want to attack that Cowboys defense if I can. I don't mind. I probably would say my second favorite choice this week might be Pitts, just because it's like Darnell Mooney is seeming very questionable. I mean, they're calling him day to day, which is never really a good thing when we're a few days from the season. So I might go Pitts. And look, if Pitts hits this week, you're going to be happy you have Pitts in your lineup. And if he doesn't, you just drop him for one of these guys. Like, you got good options on the waiver wire. So I'd probably go Pitts this week and hope he somehow does something.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking the same thing. You know, let's wait and see what Mooney's status is. If Mooney is not playing, yeah, why not go with Pitts? He should get a ton of targets against a pretty soft pass defense. Otherwise, Goddard is probably your next choice. You know, if these guys are all options, like I think you would always say anyways, like, do you have to pick one right now? You're not going to keep one of these guys all season long necessarily. You don't have to. So, and then flex 2, Pickens, Monty, Olave, Chubb, or Ford.
It's easily the first 2 for me.
I mean, how could we not? How could we not just keep the Pickens train rolling? Here we go, Pickens and Monty.
The nice thing about tomorrow is after tomorrow's stream, we won't get any more Pickens questions this week.
No more Pickens questions. Might get Pickens comments. He only.
I hope we don't get a Pickens questions like, should I drop Pickens? I hope we don't get those kind of questions.
Oh man, that's when you know the season has really started. The rage drops after week 1. All right. What is up, Python? That's right. Back and ready.
Of course we're ready. Of course.
Just like fantasy football is paint. What's the rating here for this 10-man half PPR 3 receiver flex? Allen, Brown, Connor, Harvey, Bill, and Sampson, JJ, Reek, Wilson, Myers, XL. Which one is XL?
Xavier Legette. Oh, okay. Addison.
Ayo Minor on a 10-teamer. Nice. I like the confidence. Hogg and Ayuk. And defense.
So it's 10-man, 3 wide receiver. I mean, Josh Allen's great. Chase Brown, James Conner, Harvey, Bill, you're fine at running back. JJ, Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, Myers. I mean, look, even with Tyreek, I still like your wide receivers. And if Tyreek, even if he gets, like, I don't think we're going to see 2023 or 2022 Tyreek this year. But even if he becomes better than last year, Tyreek, which is not a big ask, this wide receiver room could be really good. It's a 3 wide receiver league, so you need that. And especially when Addison comes back, it'd be really good here. Like your tight end. It's a good team. I'll say 8.75.
Yeah, I like you. You bought the dip on Addison. That was smart. I love that you just drafted for upside here. You're like, I'm stashing Ayuk. I'm stashing Addison. I'm going Ayo Minor. I love that. You know, I love the Legette. I mean, a lot of guys I really like here. So, yeah, Tyreek, you know, we'll see. I'm really curious to see exactly what version of him we get. But even so, it's not like this team is going to fall apart. So, yeah, I'd say 8.5. NTY, appreciate you as always. 10-teamer, also Monty, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I know the Jags have a great matchup, but it's his first game. I mean, Monty should be solid, right?
Should be.
I just, you know, like usually I like to go for upside, but I just worry. Like, again, first NFL game, they got BTJ. I'd probably just go Monty here, but it wouldn't surprise me if Hunter had a better game than him, just because I don't feel like Monty has a big ceiling. But Monty, I think, gives you a safer floor. And in week 1, I probably just want to roll Monty out and see how Travis Hunter, his involvement and all that.
Yeah, likewise. I think you're always solid with Monty, unless you expect them to feed Hunter. Don't know that that's necessarily going to happen. I would go Monty, and then stream Jets against slow Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely.
Yeah, nothing wrong with streaming against the Steelers.
Especially in leagues where, points against counts. I don't see the Steeler offense pretty much ever putting up a ton of points, honestly. But I'll tell you what, look, I know we draft lane in our leagues, we're not playing with defense or kicker, right? But for research purposes, and that's actually what it is. It's not like a euphemism for something, but just because I need to get like access to the player pool on Yahoo, I joined a public league, just so I can see what happens in public leagues. And so they use defenses, right? And even though this league I care nothing about, I still have to set a lineup and try to win. So I'm like, okay, what defense am I going to pick up for week 1? And I went with the Jets. So there you go. You got to at least try. You can't lose a public league. All right, here's Python's question. 10-teamer also. 2-2-2. Got Dak and Caleb, Bijan and CMC and Chase Brown and Swift and Bill and Najee. Okay, Garrett Wilson, Ridley, Buka, Coleman, Rice, Ingram, Henry. This is a very robust RB team. Would you trade for a wide receiver?
Yeah, so this is a full PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. I mean, you can flex those running backs. And you probably are going to. I mean, you're going to start Bijan, CMC, and Chase Brown every week. You're probably flexing Swift. So, I don't. I mean, I would only do it if I could trade, like, let's say, you probably can't do this right now. But if I could trade, let's say Swift and Igbuka have a nice games this week. Not like crazy good games, but just good games, right? Not like crazy good where you're like, wait, maybe I don't want to trade these guys. Just like good. Like maybe, Swift gets like, let's say like, 70 yards and a touchdown, and Igbuka has like 5 catches for 70, 60 yards, something like that, right? Where it's people are like, oh, that was good. Maybe you try to pair those guys for a higher end wide receiver. You're not going to get like a first round wide receiver, but you might be able to get like a T. Higgins, maybe a Lad McConkey. Somebody obviously who doesn't wasn't valued as a high end wide receiver necessarily, but has a down game this week. But I think right now I would just stay pat because I don't think you're going to get I don't think right now Swift and Igbuka is going to get you one of those guys. They're going to have to do something this weekend. But look, you could play all 4 of those running backs, so you don't have to.
Right. Yeah. Chase Brown, is going to catch a ton of passes, so he retains his value very well in PPR leagues. Swift too. I think Swift will be a good player. So, and your receivers are still good, So let's wait and see. I wouldn't trade right now either. Spearsy, good evening, sir. Rate this team. This one, he says, a 12-team PPR. So Allen, Bijan, Walker, Neighbors, McMillan, Njoku, Pickens, a kicker, a defense. Bench is Caleb Bigsby, Tracy Odunze Strange, Mason Taylor, and Ats.
This is a 12-teamer, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty good 12-teamer. Bijan and Kenneth Walker, Neighbors, Ted McMillan, and Njoku at tight end, Josh Allen, Pickens in the flex. I mean, I'm going to say, why are we drafting Caleb Williams when we drafted Josh Allen? Because Josh Allen goes down, you're probably dead in the water anyways, or you can just stream, pick up somebody's stream and hope for the best. But I mean, Odunze just on your bench. Also, why do we have 3 tight ends? Why we got 3 tight ends, Spearsy? You don't need, you got Njoku. Having Njoku and Strange, okay, but you don't need Mason Taylor on your bench. Go pick up somebody else. But overall, good. Sorry, I didn't rate it. Good team. I can't hear you. You're muted.
So we almost need to knock it down a quarter point for having a 3rd tight end.
Yes. But it is a good team, despite 3 tight ends and a backup QB for Josh Allen. I'll say 8.5.
Yeah, it is still a really good lineup there. Yeah, I mean, you actually I like your running backs on your bench a lot. Bigsby and Tracy and Odunze also in strength. Yeah, I mean, I like this team. Let's go 8.5. Would have been higher if not for the 3rd tight end. Tyler C. Who to flex? Half PPR. T-Mac, Igbuka, or Henderson? Which rookie in half?
Yeah, I'm going to go T-Mac against the Jags as the number one wide receiver in that offense. I don't mind Igbuka this week, but, because of McMillan and Godwin being out. But T-Mac should be the number one wide receiver there, especially with Coker out. Although there is like a small part of me that thinks somehow Hunter Renfrow is going to lead the team in receiving because why not? But I'm starting T-Mac still.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen, but I also would not be shocked. But yeah, let's go T-Mac as well. What about Arvin Angelis, 12-team PPR? And then thank you for the super chat. Here's the question. Got Hurts, Neighbors, Ted, Brown, Pacheco, Warren, Ridley on the benches, Igbuka, Mason, Cup, Mooney, Ayuk. That's the kind of draft grade that you want, right? It's just common knowledge. If you get like a D or an F, that means you nailed it. If you get an A, no, that's like a kiss of death.
Yeah, those draft grades are just based on their like ranks and how you drafted based on value, not. Yeah, it's better to get the bad grade. But anyways, we got. Did we say how many teams this was?
12.
Okay, so we got Neighbors, Tet, Chase Brown, Pacheco, Tyler Warren, Ridley, Igbuka, Jordan Mason. I mean, it probably knocked you down because you drafted Cup. Actually, these draft things probably bump you up if you draft Cup. Mooney, Ayuk. I mean, it's a good team. Chase Brown, Pacheco should be solid. Tet Neighbors is good. You got Ridley in your flex. You still got some good upside on your bench. Maybe you could trade Cup before he has a terrible game this week. Maybe. I'll say an 8. It's an 8. It's definitely not a D plus.
No, not a D plus here. Your running back depth isn't great, but that's okay for right now. For a 12-teamer, I mean, you made some good bench picks, I think, too. Got good value, seems like. So I'd go 8.25. Alan from Brazil, wondering about the Rams receivers, because Stafford. I mean, he's playing right now. Are you feeling better?
Any week that Stafford is a full participant and playing, the level of worry for the Rams wide receivers is a 0. I mean, there's always a chance of an in-game injury, but I mean, there's a chance of an in-game injury for Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, right? Now, sure, Stafford's chances are higher, but if he's playing, you got to go into it with a level of 0. Now, if something does happen, let's say something happens in one of the games, maybe late in the game, and he's like holding his back, and maybe he plays like the last series, but he's like really wincing, he's not throwing very well, then the level of concern is going to start going up. But as long as he's playing and good to go, the level of concern is a 0 if we're just talking about Stafford.
Yeah, exactly. If he's playing, we know he's playing. We know he's starting.
Right.
Yeah, you can't assume, well, he's going to get hurt. A lot of people, and this, faded. Well, okay. In retrospect, it was a good idea. But faded, like some people faded the Dolphins, because Tua's going to, he's one hit away. He's going to miss the season. Like, his career's over. He didn't miss any games. Now, you could have probably faded Tyreek Hill for a different reason. Like, he didn't wind up being a great pick, but not because Tua got hurt, right, is what I'm saying. Like, people just assumed it's going to happen, right? Tua is not going to make it through the season, and he did.
Right.
This is a different situation, but still, I don't just assume a player's going to get hurt. So I'm still starting Devontae Adams, and of course, you're starting Puka. Bobby Brook, what's up? Needs a quarterback, 2 receivers, and a flex. Love or Young?
Young.
Let's do it. JJ, T-Mac, Sutton, Judy, Golden, Pittman. 2 receivers and a flex.
JJ, Sutton, and Judy slightly over T-Mac because it's the Bengals.
Yeah, you got to go Judy. JJ, Judy. Sutton, probably the safer pick there. T-Mac if you want to shoot for some upside. And then P, what's up? Yeah, glad you're back as well. Got 12-teamer, half PPR, needs a running back and a flex. Tracy Swift, Igbuka, JMO, more.
I'm going to go Swift and DJ Moore. As much as I like Jameson, I just feel a little bit better about DJ Moore as the number one wide receiver there. And I saw something, who it was, they were talking about how the Bears attacked the Vikings last year. They threw like a bunch of screens to DJ Moore, and it worked because that Brian Flores defense is just like, they're just coming, right? They're just coming. They're in attack mode, and you can hit them on those screens. I got to think Ben Johnson is a smart enough guy to figure out how to attack this Brian Flores defense. So I like DJ Moore this week. I'm going to go Swift and Moore. Swift at running back, DJ Moore at flex.
Yeah, I saw that too, and it makes sense. Yeah, you still got to feel pretty good about DJ Moore. I mean, you should feel better, especially compared to last year. Yeah, I was trying to look. I mean, last year against Minnesota, DJ Moore, even with that version of the Bears offense, that wasn't great. 7 catches, 106 yards, and a touchdown in the first game. 8 catches, 46 yards. It's pretty good. So, yeah, let's go Swift and Moore. Mark is here, not yet with a Tom Savage question, but he does look forward to listening to unanswerable questions through the season. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mark.
Thanks.
Next super chat is Tolu O. Welcome back as well. 12-team half Superflex. Got Purdy and Fields and JJ McCarthy. Justin Jefferson, Jameson Williams, Ricky Pearsall, Jacoby Myers, Michael Pittman. We need 3 of those. And then we need 2 of Henry, Chuba, Warren, Scatterboo, Hunt. And then Ingram is just the tight end. Also wants a rating.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Purdy and Fields at QB and Superflex. Justin Jefferson, Jameson Williams. I think I'd go Jacoby over Ricky Pearsall, assuming Jacoby plays, which we haven't heard anything that Jacoby's not playing, right? Like, we haven't heard a single thing about that. Pretty sure he's
playing. Well, actually, I checked. I was like, make sure nothing crazy's happened today. And I looked, and it basically just said, like, Jacoby's said, like, yeah, I'm playing. He said something like, yeah, I asked them, for a trade, and they said no. It's like, all right. I guess you didn't argue that point too much, but he's just like, oh, well, I'm playing.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Jacoby. I like that matchup, revenge game against Pats. Plus, Jennings is almost certainly playing. Not that I'm like out on Pearsall or anything by any stretch. I still think Pearsall will have a nice game, but I like Jacoby a little more. You got to go Henry Chuba at running back. Obviously, you got to go Ingram at tight end because you don't have another option. As far as the rating goes, I'll give this. It's half PPR. It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah, you got high-end talent here. You have 2 very solid quarterbacks. So, yeah, I'd say this. You got Jefferson and Henry. Yeah, pretty good. 8.5. Henry Odom. Oh, all right. Trade Burrow, Achane, and Jameson for Josh Allen, DeAndre Swift, and Harrison.
All right, so we get a slight QB upgrade. We get a big running back downgrade, and the wide receivers, I mean, maybe I might even have them even. I might even take Jameson over Harrison. I mean, look, maybe this is the year for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals and Rich Gannon, QB Rich Gannon, Jonathan Gannon, and Drew Petzig and everybody to like turn this offense around. But this is year 3. This is year 3. Nothing changed from year 1 to year 2. What's going to change from year 2 to year 3? Like, nah, I want the Burrow, Achane, Jameson side.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you thought that the Harrison for Jameson swap was an upgrade, you could say, okay, yeah, this is my everything you said. I think I'd rather just have the Burrow side. Pedro Navarez, 10-team PPR, flex, Garrett Wilson, Tyrone Tracy, or RJ Harvey.
Got to go Garrett Wilson. I can't. I know it's the Steelers, but come on. I can't start Tyrone Tracy or RJ Harvey over Garrett Wilson. I think that's getting a little too cute here.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like Wilson's going to have a great game. And, I do like Tyrone Tracy a whole bunch this draft season, but it's not a slam dunk. Tyron Tracy is going to smash. Let's go Garrett Wilson still. Juan Pablo Guerrero, thoughts on this team? Daniels, JT, Cook, Henderson, Mason, Lamb, T-Mac, Pearsall, Golden, Ridley, Shakir, Kraft. Won it last year. Wow. I hope we helped. I'm glad you
like the Eagles though. It's that's over with. We're moving forward.
Yes. Looking ahead. So what do you think?
It doesn't say how many players are in the league here. Let's see if we can figure out. JT, Cook, Henderson, Mason, Lamb. I'm going to hope a 12-teamer because I'm guessing you went Lamb, JT, JD to start, my guess. Golden, Ridley, Shakir, Kraft. I mean, this is still a really good – I mean, this is a 12-teamer. This is a really good team. JT, Cook with Henderson, Mason, Lamb, Tet, Pearsall, Golden, Ridley, Shakir, Kraft, JD. I'm going to assume 12 team because I'm guessing you went CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor, Jaden Daniels to start the draft. So this is really good. I'm going to say 8.75. Borderline 9. This is good. Good team.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise. As we see the last week or however long we've been doing the ratings for the teams and people have got their drafts, the same names over and over again. Are like, oh yeah, I love that guy. Oh yeah, I love. Oh, it's almost like those who are watching is like, hey, maybe we should draft those guys. I mean, yeah, this is a team I would love to have. McMillan, Pearsall, Golden. You're like, man, your wide receiver room is stacked. And Kraft is the perfect kind of tight end if you're waiting. I'm gonna give this a 9. This is a great team. Let's go for that repeat. I think you got it in you. Okay. J619. Rate this: Josh Allen, Bijan, Connor, Higgins, Judy, Kittle, Golden, Benson, Blue, Coleman, Ray Davis, Josh Downs, Jordan Mason, and Mooney. This team doesn't have. I mean, I don't know. I don't consider T. Higgins like a wide receiver 1. I mean, he's not even the wide receiver 1 in his own team. It's good, but this is, I think, one of those teams where it's like we went early QB and tight end, and we kind of can tell.
Yeah, exactly. You probably went Bijan, Higgins, Josh Allen, Kittle to start the draft. Like Connor's your RB2 is fine, but like Judy, Golden, it's your wide receiver 2 in flex. Yeah. I mean, if it's like a really deep league, it's not bad. But if it's like a 10-teamer, which I feel like it might be a 12-teamer. If it's a 12-teamer, I'll say it's like a 7.75. If it's a 10-teamer, it's more like a 7.25.
Yeah. And look, good players for sure. But again, let's assume it's a 12-teamer. I think it is because it's probably went like Bijan, Allen, Higgins, Kittle, Connor, something like that. I don't know. Like the previous team, Golden was the wide receiver. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, because Ridley was there. I would say probably the number 5 receiver, and here he's like the number 3. So you see the difference here. And it's good to get some of those handcuffs just in case, but then I think we're a little too heavy on the handcuffs. Like your whole bench is kind of just like handcuffs, Ray Davis, Trey Benson, Jaden Blue. So I give this like a 7. Got potential for sure, but we want to upgrade a receiver if possible. Rook it. Start 1, McMillan or Devonta Smith?
Devonta Smith. Against the Cowboys. Come on, Devonta Smith.
Yeah, I think it's Devonta Smith here. What about, let's do Trone Force has a dilemma. He may need to drop 2 players. Okay, so who would you drop? Eckler, Bill, Ford, Sampson, Hollywood. Or I guess possibly Cup. I don't know if I would drop Cup over those guys.
I don't think you can. Oh, man, you got to drop 2 of these guys.
You can't drop Bill. I mean, you know what? Maybe I would probably just drop the Cleveland running backs. Actually, you know what? Maybe just drop Eckler.
Yeah, I was thinking Eckler was the one I wanted to drop. Like I know people are freaking like, oh, he's listed as a starter. Yeah, of course he's listed. Like, but what is his role is going to be the same. I would probably drop Eckler. Eckler and one of the Cleveland backs. I don't know. Probably Sampson. I don't know.
It may not matter much either way, right? If Judkins does ever wind up coming back, it's going to be kind of an ugly committee. Eckler, and I would probably go Eckler and Ford just in case Dylan Sampson has a monster game or something. So speaking of Washington, Arvin, who just re-upped the membership. Yes, hearing buzz around Chris Rodriguez. I actually just talked up Chris Rodriguez too. I would drop Jerome Ford for him. Sure, I think that's fine. But just what do you think in general? Is it a mistake to pick him up?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I still like. It's gonna. I don't think like he's gonna be in the complete Brian Robinson role. Like, I think it's just gonna be a frustrating backfield. I still think the guy I want is Bill, because I think if there is somebody who eventually emerges, he's got the best chance. But at the same time, nobody may emerge. Like there just may never be anybody emerging in this backfield. So yeah, sure. If you want to drop Jerome Ford for Chris Rodriguez, I think it's fine. Might end up being a wash.
All right. Yeah, you might end up dropping both of them. But yeah, I would take a chance. Sure, take a chance on a guy with upside. That's what you want to do. If you drop him, well, you drop him. Alexis Aguilar has Swift in both leagues. Nothing wrong with that. Swift, T-Mac, or Harvey in one, and then the other Swift, Ridley, or Scatback Scataboo. I think it's too early for Scataboo.
Well, I hate to say Swift for both leagues. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing Swift for both leagues, but if you don't want Swift in both, I could do T-Mac in the first league and Swift in the second league.
Right. Yeah, I would do that because exactly what you just said. You're worried about Surtain and Ridley, so are we. So yeah, I would definitely go Swift in the second one. Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about it, you know what? If you weren't worried about it, you wouldn't have asked this question. So that's fine. Go T-Mac in the first one. And then Gersep Ball, welcome back. 8-man league. 8-man. 2-2 and a flex. Let's see. Josh Allen, yes. Omari and Hampton, Harris, Henry, Harvey, Swift. Okay, probably not going Swift in this case. I think you got to go Hampton, Henry. Jettis, London, Harrison, Adunze, Shakir, and JMO. I'm pretty sure the first two. Who do you flex though?
Yeah, I'm just a little upset about the Derrick Henry disrespect. Like we list Omari and Hampton, Najee Harris, and then Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Henry, Hampton, Jefferson, London. I think I flexed Jameson, but I really want to flex O'Toole. I kind of want to flex. Actually, you know what? Scratch all that. I think you got to flex Harrison this week, right? It's the Saints. Like,
true. Yeah. This week.
I think you got to flex Harrison. It's the Saints. Come on, Harrison.
I'm between Harrison and JMO. You know, I could go either way, but you're right. I think the matchup, I talked him up. I even said, like, if there's a week you should feel good about Kyler Murray, it's this week. Let's do it. Let's go Harrison. All right. And let's, you know what, next time, put King in front of Henry. King Henry. Give him that respect.
Put him first. Put some respect on that guy.
Jose Ortiz. Purdy, Jacobs, Genty, CD, DK, Ridley, Ingram, Kenneth Walker is the flex. On the bench are those guys. Any changes? Trevor Etienne. There's a Trevor Etienne sighting.
Wow.
Nice.
Is that really Trevor Etienne from the Carolina Panthers?
It says Trevor. It's not just T. It's Trevor. So it must be, I'm assuming. Unless you...
No, I'm not starting anybody on your bench over anybody in your lineup. As down as I am on DK and as worried as I am about Ridley, I can't start like Shakir or Hollywood Brown or Christian Kirk over them.
No, I mean, a couple of those guys are startable, but I wouldn't put them over the guys that you have in your lineup. Yeah. Kirk for Ridley is like, I don't think so. So you're good. And overall, I mean, you didn't ask, but I think this is a pretty solid squad. You know, DK, not the favorite pick for in-game drafts, but you do have some depth at least at receiver. Is Trevor Etienne really your only bench running back? That's amazing.
You're living on the edge. Living on the edge, Jose.
Confidence. It's confidence. All right. Yeah, it's still pretty good. It's like an 8. A-Rod needs some help in a 10-teamer. Sun God. Is it for all of those guys? For Evans, Kamara, T-Mac? Squad is Saquon Barkley, Kamara, Monty, Eckler, B-Rob, Evans. Okay, I see what's happening here. So somebody wants to get those 3 players for Sun God. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, that is too much. You should at least get somebody else back.
Yeah. Like, we love St. Brown, but, I mean, Mike Evans is not that big of a drop. He's still a stud receiver. And then you get Kamara, who's still a pretty good running back. And then you get T-Mac, who could be a stud receiver. That's way too much. I mean, this isn't even Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, you know? It's like, nah, it's too much.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. All right. Renzo Lamella. Yeah, good to be back. Glad to have you back. Let's see. I drafted Baker, Evans, and Bucky. All right. So someone's offering Tyreek for Evans or Kyron for Bucky. Probably a no to both.
No and no. No and no. Just stick with the $3. You should be fine with them.
Yeah, so we've had this like variations of this question, you know, like too many eggs in a basket, right? The super stack, etc., whatever. This is 3 players from all different positions. So it's pretty all in this one offense. I mean, do you at least entertain offers that are close? I mean, Kyron for Bucky isn't that far off, but I would still rather have Bucky. But do you go out and say like, hey, I'll give you a Bucky for Chase Brown. You know, what do you think? Or I'll give you a Bucky for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, if I get an offer that's close, yes, I would take it. But I mean, yeah, like these offers aren't like insulting or anything, but
nah,
I would just prefer Evans and Bucky. But yeah, if somebody was like, hey, Josh Jacobs for Bucky, I might take that just so I don't like I'm not all in on the Bucks.
Yeah, and the same thing. The thing is, you know, we've already said we're not loving Tyreek this year. There's just a lot of red flags. There's absolutely nothing to be worried about with Evans. So it would have to be like a JSN, maybe a Garrett Wilson. Like, okay, fine, but just not these. Vinny, what's up? 10 team starts it needs Mahomes, AJB, Devontae Adams, Sutton, Pearsall, Debo, Kirk Coleman, got Bajan and Chase, Mason, Tank, Ingram. All right. Stamp of approval. Got a D+.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you're going Mahomes, you're going AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, Sutton. I'm actually gonna go AJ Brown, Sutton, assuming you need to. You're definitely going Bajan, Chase Brown. I mean, call me crazy, but I'm flexing Pierce all over Devontae Adams. I'm not feeling good about Devontae Adams this week. Maybe I'll be wrong, but man, first game with Stafford, who didn't practice all camp. Tough matchup.
Well, okay, we got to pull back here because you just said earlier, you said you have 1 to 10. You said 0 concern for Stafford.
I said 0 concern for wide receivers when it comes to Stafford.
Right, but then you're worried about Devontae Adams.
Yeah, because he's had hardly any time with Stafford, and he's playing literally like. The Texans have an elite defense, an elite secondary. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so there's more matchup than just like
you're
worried.
I'm not worried about like Stafford. Like, oh, Stafford might not play the second. No. It's just I like Pearsall better this week. Next week I'll probably like Adams better. I don't know who they play. I haven't looked, but I might like Adams better.
All right. Well, you know, I like Pearsall this week. And you know, it's funny. Everyone likes to puff up, right? Puff up all these players just to burst the balloon. And today the thing is like, I'm sure you saw this too. Pearsall's not ready. Like he's not. No, he can't handle it. Like who came up with it? Like why? Like all of a sudden he's just not ready. Like what does that even mean? Like
right?
It's like come on. Like we have to find something.
The moment's too big for him. It's too big for him.
Yeah, he can't handle being a receiver in the NFL. Michael Marowitz, Hampton or Pacheco?
Probably got to go Hampton.
Go Hampton. So another thing I'm not buying. Najee is going to play. But Harbaugh says, but we're not sure how much. Like, just stop. Like, he will get like one snap just so that they can prove that he can still see, and that's it. He's not going to play. He's not going to do anything. Forget it. It's going to be all Hampton. So I'm starting Hampton. Seriously, Jim Harbaugh is going to be one of those guys. Like we talk about Kyle Shanahan, right? The Shanahanigans. Like Jim Harbaugh is worse because he just says things that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even answer the question. Elmer Sanchez, 14 man. All right. Purdy and JJ McCarthy, CD, T. Higgins, Myers, Mooney, JT, Hampton, and Walker. Nice. Gordon, Warren, and Loveland. We need one quarterback, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Wow.
All right, we're going to go Purdy. We're going to go CD and T. We're going to go JT and Hampton. Man, I know it's PPR, but I'm going to flex Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. I think you got to flex Walker. Got 3 really good running backs. Man, and a 14-teamer, that's pretty good. And you got CD Lamb.
Oh, and then Warren at tight end.
Yeah, so I think you did the smart thing here. You waited at tight end, and you're like, let me take a shot and see which rookie pays off. Yeah, smart. I like this team. Okay, then we got John Henry, Myers, Ridley, Flowers, Pearsall, Pollard. Pick 2.
Assuming PPR, I'm going to go Pearsall and Myers. Or no, sorry, Flowers and Myers. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Flowers and Pollard.
Yeah, it doesn't say here. Most of them have. So I guess first reminder this year. Yeah, just to help out, if you can tell us if it's PPR, half, or standard. Yeah, assuming it's full PPR, I do like Myers better than those second 2. I don't know. Flowers is always hard, right? It's like he's all or nothing. And this should be a high-scoring game. And Buffalo defense really kind of let down late last season. You have a lot of points in the secondary. I like Pearsall. I'm going to go Pearsall and Myers. All right. Aaron K. got the membership. Thank you, Aaron. That's right. 1 more sleep.
Yep.
We're back. All right, so who to flex here, Sutton or the rookie, Igbuka?
I'm going Sutton. Plus, I just saw today L'Jarius Sneed limited in practice, questionable play. I mean, if he's out, that even makes that Titan secondary worse. So I'm going Sutton.
Yeah, that's huge. And he did help them last year. Titans weren't great, but it wasn't really because of their defense for the most part. It's because they didn't have a quarterback. So, yeah, that's huge. I would go Sutton. Probably anyways. Quick one here, boy. Juice is always on here. It's calling it now. Spencer Rattler.
That would be quite possibly the most shocking thing in NFL history.
I bet you they probably have some sort of a season-long pick on Underdog.
You know what it is? Yeah, it's probably like 100,000 to 1, and people are like, "Why not? Why not? If it hits, you're gonna win." But it's not gonna hit. That's the thing. It could be 1,000,000 to 1. It's not gonna hit.
Yeah, I think probably if there's a line for him right now, it's like higher, lower, 3.5 starts this season. It's like maybe 7. All right, maybe it's like 7, but that's changed. Okay, we have Alchemite. Needs a second flex. Ford, Eckler, or Bill, Cup, or Tillman. Okay,
I'm going Tillman. Give me a wide receiver, Joe Flacco against the Bengals. Going Tillman here.
Yeah. I mean, hate to say we're starting to see some Cup teams here. Neither one of us was too crazy about Cooper Kupp, if you couldn't tell this preseason. Yeah, give me Tillman in this matchup. Upside. Aaron also has another one. Besides Igbuka Sutton, he wants to know Dak or Bryce.
I think I go Dak. I do like Bryce. I do like Bryce this week, but I think Dak has a little more upside. I'm going to go Dak.
Yeah, going to go Dak. It could be a high-scoring game. Somebody mentioned earlier, and we've been saying, Dallas the state of that defense, it could be like this year's Bengals. I mean, the Bengals are still going to be this year's Bengals, but besides that, also the Cowboys. And then we have Jay. Let's go AJ. How about AJ? PPR 14 teamer planning Jacoby in the flex spot, but
what? How are Jacoby
Jameson
Myers
and
Stephon Diggs? Like, you mean they're available, like they're on your team, or you mean like they're on the waiver? They can't be on the waivers in a 14 teamer.
It's gotta be. I'm sure he's got to be on his bench. Which again, well, those guys are on your bench in a 14 teamer.
I like all these guys this week. Oh, man.
I know. I think, look, if I'm gonna, all right, we have to eliminate two of these guys. If I'm gonna say, okay, maybe there's a reason to eliminate Diggs. He was questionable heading in here first game. Like, maybe it's not a high scoring game, right? You want a game that's going to be high scoring, and I would also actually kind of put the same thing on Jacoby. So maybe it's Jameson.
Yeah, it probably should be Jameson this week, but man, I like all these guys.
Yeah, I don't think you have any bad choices here. All right. Well, there you go. I think I would go Jameson if it was my team. Anthony Mella. Trade Judkins and Sampson for Godwin. If you're getting Godwin.
Yeah, I would just do that. I mean, Judkins still not signed. Sampson, who knows? Like, I know Godwin's going to miss some time here, but you'll be happy you have Godwin when he comes back, I'm guessing. So, yeah, I would just take Godwin here.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely take Godwin here. Just don't have to deal with it. You're getting a really good receiver. Sure, he's going to miss a few weeks. But isn't it kind of nice halfway through the season, like as if you just plucked a high-end wide receiver 2 off of waivers? He's just there waiting for you.
Right.
How about this? Let's do actually a couple. Let's do a quick lightning round. We know we're trying to catch up with Super Chats. You guys aren't waiting too long. A lot of these questions were on before we even went live. But let's do some of these regular chats. We don't just do the Super Chats. How about Sean Dude? A 20-team league. I mean, that's real league. Mason Taylor or Juwan Johnson?
I'll just go with Mason Taylor. At least he's got Fields. It's still better than Spencer Rattler. Sorry, Juice.
I'm going to go Juwan Johnson here because, I mean, he's got some touchdown upside, assuming they could score a touchdown. I mean, he's one of probably their better options. Yeah, let's see how involved Mason Taylor is. But I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make, honestly.
Right.
Another one, Will Hayes, sorry. How about Tyler Warren and Kyle Pitts?
Well, Warren is probably your safer option because, it is Danny Dimes. Everything's going to be short, close to the line of scrimmage. So I probably just go Warren, but if you have Pitts on your team, don't drop Pitts just in case he does something here. I'll go Warren this week.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Carlos Robles Calderon. How about T-Law or Dak?
Dak. Even against the Panthers, I still want Dak.
Yeah, I think gotta see the Liam Cohen effect in effect. Let's see if it actually makes a difference for Trevor Lawrence. Seeing all the hype, right? This is the time before anything's actually been played for all the hype to happen. And then why not another tight end question from the Ghost, the best, Kraft or Goddard?
I might like Goddard slightly better this week, but I'll just roll with Kraft. Kraft, I feel like Kraft's one of those guys. If I got him, I'm just keeping him in my lineup. So I'll just roll with Kraft.
Yeah, I like Kraft this week as well. Spearsy defending his third tight end pick. His handcuffs. You don't need a handcuff for tight end. Come on.
Handcuff.
All right. Let's get to the next one. Our Crudson. It's Mills. All right. Pick up Leggett, Tillman, Kirk, or Hollywood.
What? All of the above? How are all these guys out there? I like all these guys. Oh.
I know. I feel like you're probably not starting any of these, right? Don't you assume this is just like for depth? I mean, there's no reason you should have to pick up a guy off waivers and immediately start him.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope
in
not.
Week 1.
I think the guy who could make the most immediate impact would be one of the first two, right? Leggett or Tillman. So I would want to get the guy who might potentially have more value if you can trade him off later or something. So I don't know. I feel like the one I feel best about week 1 is for obvious reasons, Tillman. But I like Leggett.
I feel like all these guys can make an impact week 1, honestly. But Tillman does have the best matchup, although Leggett's got a great matchup too. Kirk has a decent matchup. But Tillman kind of has a little name recognition from what he did last year. I think if he has a big game, you might be able to flip him. So I don't know, maybe Tillman. I mean, I literally want to pick up all these guys.
Well, maybe you have someone you can drop. Who knows? Jason Olivero, half 10 team, Superflex. Got Burrow and Chase. Nice. Tet, Golden, Kittle, Bucky, Jacobs, Baker's the QB2. Very nice.
Oh, super.
A defense, a kicker. Thank you for not naming them. Tank, Diggs, Ertz, McCarthy, and Stafford. Wow, good job hoarding quarterbacks. Seriously.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about quarterback. I mean, I say that now, and then Stafford blows out his back, and let's not go past that.
Don't jinx Burrow.
All right, so you're solid at QB. You got Chase, Tet, Golden, with Diggs on the bench. It's pretty good. It's a 10-teamer. It's not bad. Bucky, Jacobs with Tank on the bench. I mean, running backs are solid. Kittle at tight end. I'd like to be a little stronger at wide receiver in a PPR league. Especially, I mean, because Tet, Golden, like they might be very volatile early in the year. And if Diggs isn't giving you some consistency, you might really be like wide receiver 2 might be every week for a while. But it's still a good team, but it's a 10-teamer, so I don't know. I'm just going to put this one at an 8. It's because, again, I'd like the wide receivers to be a little stronger, even in Superflex.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can see there are some early running backs taking Bucky and Jacobs, which is good. It's nice to have Kittle. You did a smart thing with the quarterback position. Look, I will say again, we always say we don't know with rookies, but if McMillan and Golden go off like we think they could, yeah, this team is like a 9. Like this jumps up and you're a contender. Right now, I think we got to keep it as an 8. But if you have Kittle, it's a 10-teamer. You don't need Ertz. Drop Ertz and get some sort of receiver with upside. Jose Rodriguez, also a 10-teamer, half PPR, 2 and 1 flex, and a tight end. Evans, Neighbors, Igbuka, Pearsall, McMillan, Jennings, and then you got Gibbs, Bucky, Achane, Mason, Ollie, got Kittle, got Warren, T-Law/Young at quarterback.
I mean, these are good wide receivers. Evans and Neighbors with Igbuka, Pearsall, McMillan, Jennings, pretty stacked at wide receiver. You got Gibbs and Bucky and Achane. Gibbs, Bucky, and Achane.
I know.
And you got Kittle. Yeah, QB's not great for a 10-teamer, but it's okay because the rest of your team is so good. I mean, you got a wide receiver 1 with Neighbors. You got potentially, really high-end wide receiver 2s behind him. You got, potentially 3 RB1s with Gibbs,
I'm trying
Bucky,
to figure out
Achane.
How you did that. I mean, Gibbs must have been the first-round pick. Neighbors the second-round pick. Achane was.
Did you make some trades here? You could have
4th?
drafted even a 10-teamer. You could have drafted all these guys, right?
And then Kittle. Yeah, that's man. I don't know how.
This might be a 9.5. This is a 9.5. 9.5.
Yeah, this is this is a pretty good team. Let's go 9.5. T-Law, your only decision every week is going to be like, do I start Trevor Lawrence or Bryce Young? Who cares? I would go Bryce Young, but pretty close. All right, Aaron K with another one. 12-team full PPR, 2-2, 1 flex, 1 QB. Got Neighbors, London, Sutton, Mims, Mooney, Jaden Reed, Hampton, Walker, Harvey, Caleb, Kraft, Dak, Bryce, rate, sit, start, go.
All right, we're going to go 2 wide receivers, going to be Neighbors in London, of course. 2 running backs are going to be Hampton and Walker. We're going to flex Sutton. We're going to put Kraft at tight end. We're going to put Dak at QB. It's a 12-teamer. Man, this is really good. Neighbors, London, Hampton, Walker, Sutton. I mean, your wide receivers behind Sutton are a little dicey. That's okay. You got RJ Harvey. You got Kraft. It's a good team. 8.75. Good job.
Starting Neighbors, London. That's a pretty good start on the road to success. I don't love your bench receivers, but that's not a big issue. Like Mooney will be fine. Jaden Reed not unusable. Yeah, this is a pretty good team overall. I'll give it like an 8-5. And then start sit. Neighbors, London, Walker, Hampton. Nothing different, I don't think. Sutton. How about some night football? Football de noche. This is just basically another excuse for us to say Pickens.
Yeah, I guess Pickens. I'm so tired of saying Pickens. Oh, I'm going to be so stressed tomorrow. Until Pickens scores a touchdown, and then I'll be like, okay, I can relax.
Exactly. It's the flip side. Got to stay optimistic here. Pickens going off. Let's see. Short season is back. Got a question. I'm making some deals, giving Olave and Devonta Smith for George Kittle. Too much?
Yeah, I mean, unless your tight end is unless you're starting like Jonnu Smith or Mason Taylor or something and there's nobody on the waiver wire, but yeah, this is too much for Kittle, I think.
Well, yeah, I feel like you shouldn't have to. Okay, if you said you're doing Olave and Devonta Smith for Trey McBride, sure. I don't know. And I get a lot of people think that Kittle could have just as good a season as McBride this season. That's fine. But yeah, I just feel like you shouldn't have to give up quite this much, or you should get something back. I would say it's a 10-man league. You say you have McMillan as a flex. Okay, good. But at least get something back, All right, Cody. Drops the $1 and then it comes in hot with 3 questions. All right, okay. Here we go. Let's just see. Baker, Barkley, GMT, Pearsall, Pollard, bench. Any changes here? I don't think so.
Nah.
All right, Cody. Team 1, I think you're good. Team 2, Hurts, Bijan, JT, Sutton, Devontae Adams, Ingram, Magbuka, Mason.
Nah, again. Not starting anybody on your bench here. No.
All right, Team 3. Purdy, Jacobs, JT, Jamar, Evans, Kraft, McLaurin, Myers. I like Swift, but I don't think he makes the cut.
Yeah, Swift was one I was thinking of too, but Terry, Jacoby, yeah, keep them in your lineup.
Some weeks you'll start Fields over Purdy, but not this week. So I think you're actually already good, Cody.
By the way, did we get this one? I don't think so.
No, I don't. Doesn't look familiar. All right.
Yeah.
Poor boy. Sorry. My poor boy sin. Flex spot. Mooney, Tillman, Ford, Sharbs. Tillman again?
Yeah, Tillman. Do you think Kirk plays or not? Why isn't Kirk playing? I haven't heard anything about Christian Kirk. Something wrong with Christian Kirk?
I don't know why he wouldn't play.
I haven't heard anything.
No? Unless something just happened.
Okay, so 49 minutes ago, he did not practice due to a hamstring injury. That's fun.
Okay, well, that's good to know. This happened, just after we got on?
Yeah. What the heck? No, I don't. I don't think that won't affect Higgins. It's going to affect Jalen Noel because Jalen Noel will take over that slot role.
Yeah, it's too early to say if he'll play or not play. But definitely worth keeping an eye on. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday. I don't worry about Wednesday injuries.
Right. Exactly. Still early. Could just be like they're being cautious. Ernesto Balsaceres won last year. All right, awesome. So we want to hear. Let's do it again. 8-team PPR, 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Got Puka, got Higgins, Sutton, McMillan, probably JMO, Odunze at running back, Jacobs, Chuba, Kamara, other Jay Williams, that's Javante, and Ford. So 3-2
All right,
flex.
3 wide receivers are going to be Puka, Higgins, and Sutton. Oh man, you got some good wide receivers on your bench. 2 running backs are going to be Jacobs, Chuba, and I think I just flex Kamara this week. I want to play the old dudes early in the year before they run out of steam. I do like Jameson, I do like Odunze, but Kamara should at least get like a bunch of catches from Spencer Rattler. So I think I'm going to flex Kamara here.
Yeah, I think Kamara could legit catch 10 plus passes. So yeah, let's do that. Flex Kamara. Agree with all that. It's a good team. It is an 8-teamer, but it's still pretty good. All right, but did you die? Mason, Caleb Johnson, Rachaad White, and Scattaboo. We got to start.
You got to start 2 of these.
Let the receivers.
Mason clearly the one here somehow. I hope your wide receivers are stacked. I hope you can also start a bunch of those stacked wide receivers. Have we heard anything about Rachaad White yet? I haven't heard a peep about Rachaad White. Do we have any news here?
Rachaad White, I haven't heard anything. I have heard that Caleb Johnson is like number 10 on the RB depth chart. That's not good.
If White plays, I'm gonna go Mason and Scattaboo. I'm just gonna put. Here's the thing: your running backs aren't very good, so let me just put in a guy like Scattaboo. Put Scattaboo in, just because I like him.
There you go.
What's the difference? Rachaad White, Caleb Johnson, Scattaboo. What's the difference?
The guy you like, guy you want to root for. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. So nothing about Rachaad White. I mean, if he plays. Unless we think the Steelers are trying to do us dirty and they're really going to give Caleb Johnson 15 carries, and probably not. I doubt it. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Juice, what's up? So probably Javante Williams. No? Unless this is a trick question. Williams or Etienne at the flex?
Just give me Etienne. They're getting the Panthers at least.
All right. It's Jameson Williams. I think you got to go Jameson Williams.
Well, yeah. Remember, there's 2 Jay Williamses. Come on, Juice. There's 2 Jay Williamses.
All right, Miguel Merks, Olave or Cup?
I don't want to. I guess Olave.
Really, you're down that far down on Olave? You got him close to Cup? Man, this one's easy Olave for me, but yeah. Let's do John. Start 2 running backs, Henry, Hall, Monty, Javante Williams. Start 2 receivers and a flex. We got Nakua, DJ Moore, Ladd, Diggs, Hunter. Very nice. And then Andrews or Njoku. Wow. Tough decisions.
I think you got to go Njoku this week, but nothing wrong with Andrews. Gonna go Henry. I'm gonna go Henry, Monty at running back. Nakua, Ladd, DJ Moore. I'm probably still gonna flex Diggs. I don't think I can flex Andrews. Oh wait, no. We only need 3 wide receivers. Okay, yeah. So Henry, Monty, Nakua, Ladd, DJ Moore in the flex, and Njoku at tight end.
Oh, you're right. It's 2 receivers. Yeah. All right. So it's those first 3. Yeah, it's a good team. Jose Orta, 12-man PPR, I assume. Yeah, full team PPR. Purdy, Jacobs, Genty, CD, DK, Ridley, Walker, Ingram. On the bench, Travis Etienne, Will Shipley, Rashee Rice, and Hollywood and Shakir. Rate this team.
All right, we got Jacobs, Genty. That's really good. CD, man, you got CD, Genty, and Jacobs in the 12-teamer. That's really good. DK, Ridley, Walker as well. Man, this Ingram, Purdy, this starting lineup is almost uber stacked, if not for that 2-letter second wide receiver. It's still really good. It's still really good. Still really good. I'll still say 8.75 here. This is really good. Really good.
Yeah, if Metcalf can exceed expectations, this team gets much better, but still stacked at running back. I shouldn't say stacked. You have 3 really good running backs in your starting lineup, and Rice just chilling there. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'll go 8.5. Jay Swole, what's up? Hopefully not working too hard tonight again. Ingram or Goddard?
This is tough. I like Goddard this week. I think I'm just going to go Goddard this week against the Cowboys.
Yeah, the thing is, I rethought this with Ingram. You know, sometimes you feel like they got this new player. It's filling a void. They're going to deploy him, use him a lot. I just don't think they're going to need to throw it that much against Tennessee. But also, the Tennessee defense was pretty stingy last year against tight ends, but also just didn't get to high-scoring games. They will eventually. You know, I love Cam Ward. Don't think it happens week 1. So I'm going to be a little more cautious here. Let's go Goddard. John Henry with another one. Sutton, T-Mac, Pickens, Diggs, Worthy, Swift, and Pearsall. You can only pick 2.
Man. You know, I might not pick Pickens here, honestly. Because I feel like I need to start Worthy this week with no Rashee Rice. I feel like the upside is just too much for Worthy. And then I really like Sutton this week in that matchup. So I think this is going to be one time I'm actually not going to pick Pickens. I'm going to go Worthy and Sutton.
You know, I mean, I can see that. I guess I'm going to go back to what I just said, the very question right before this. I think Sutton's going to be fine. I was like, at first I thought, man, he's going to be huge. I almost put him on the nuclear video, but then I was like, the volume just might not be there. That's why we like Pickens, because the volume might have to be there. So I'll stick with Pickens and I'll go Worthy as well. Honestly, I'm tempted by Pearsall just as much. I'm tempted by all these guys. I think if you close your eyes and picked any 2 of these players, I'd be like, yeah, that's good. Pretty close. I mean, is there anybody here you would not want to start out of this group this week? Yeah, exactly. So I think you're good, but I guess we both agree on Worthy. Paul P. 10-teamer, half PPR, needs 9 to pick and rate this team. May and Dak. Nico T, CMC, Chuba, Kittle, Moore, Myers, Pickens, Swift, Tootin, one of the Warrens, Fairbairn, and Casey defense.
I mean, this is a good team. I don't really think you need May and Dak, but it's fine. I mean, Nico T, CMC, Chuba, Kittle at tight end. Then DJ Moore, Jacoby Myers, George Pickens, DeAndre Swift. Some late round lottery tickets, a kicker and a defense. It's not like the most stacked 10-teamer we've seen, but it's still pretty good. I'll say 8.75. I
think it's pretty good. It's deep, right? I think it's more deep than stacked. Yeah, and you're actually fine. You can mix and match there at quarterback. Looks like you start well, I don't know how many flexes you have. I think if it's a 2 receiver and you only flex 1, then that depth isn't as valuable to you. If you flex 2, that kind of works to your advantage. But I think it's like an 8. It's a pretty good team. I like it. NTY, 10-teamer, who to stash. Kirk, who now apparently has a hamstring injury. Will Shipley, Cedric Tillman, or Tyler Algier.
I mean, I usually like to stash the handcuff running backs in case of injury, but I think in this case we got to stash Tillman again because I think Tillman could have a really nice week 1. Like it wouldn't shock me if you're talking about Tillman on the waiver wire video. So, yeah, I think we got to stash Tillman here.
Yeah, Exactly. Let's go Tillman and see what happens. Shipley's probably still going to be there on the waiver wire. If nobody's got Algier, he'll probably still be there on the waiver wire. And Kirk now looks like he will be. All right, this is interesting. Well, I'll do this because I think he already had super chatted earlier. Let's help him another. And yes, it was the fire emojis that caught my eye. But this is an interesting question, I think. Jose Rodriguez. Would you trade Baker if he's your quarterback to get Kittle?
As long as there are decent options on the waiver wire, like, is Jared Goff out there? Even maybe like Bryce Young, guys like that, I would do it. Now, if my league is hoarding QBs and I'm staring at like Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, I'd probably just keep Baker. But as long as there's decent options on the waiver wire, which there probably are, I would do this definitely.
Yeah, I would do this, and you could probably pluck a Bryce Young, maybe a Trevor Lawrence type off waivers. Fine if you get Kittle. And then this one, not just because you got Miami in your name, but well done, snagged Alec Ingle in round 3. Props for that. That is exactly right. It's a true fan. All right, how about Robert Perkey? What's up, Robert?
What's up, Robert?
Needs help with a few flex picks. All right. This is like a lightning round in and of itself. You ready? Sutton, Devontae, or Waddle?
I'm still going Sutton.
Yeah, I think, and that looks like that's Devontae Adams because Devontae. Yeah, fine with Sutton. Okay, again, Devontae, Pacheco, or Golden?
Pacheco.
See, I can see you're sweating Devontae Adams here. You're worried about this. I think I would go Adams here in this group with the second group. Hampton or Terry?
Oh, this one is tough. I'm gonna assume it's full PPR. I'm gonna go Terry.
This one is tough as well. I think in full PPR, you got to go Terry. And you remember we would have added another pick. I was borderline ready to put Terry as a boom this week. I'll go Terry. Pickens or Garrett Wilson?
Oh.
Come on. You got to stick to your guns.
I might just go Pickens here because it is a better matchup.
It's Pickens here. Sutton or JMO?
That one's close, but I picked Sutton in the other one, so let's go JMO.
Yeah, I was going to go JMO. Tet or DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
Travion or Terry?
I know we picked Terry, but you got to pick Terry again. So, look, if you want to go Hampton in the other one, I think it's close enough you can if you don't want Terry in both, but Terry.
That's fair, because this one is clearly Terry. The other one's tough. Sutton or Hampton.
I'm going to go Sutton. In full PPR, I'm going to go Sutton. I like Sutton.
I'll go Hampton in that one. All right. There you go. Good luck, Robert. And now we have Turn Man. Yeah. All right. You got your own avatar and everything. 10-man PPR. Josh Allen, Genty Hampton, Evans, Tyreek, McMillan, Warren, a defense, a kicker. Thank you for not listing them. Benson, Bigsby, Hunter, Mason, Tootin, Waddle. Rate this team.
All right, we got Genty Hampton, Evans, Tyreek Hill, McMillan, Tyler Warren. Again, this is a 10-teamer. Like, what did we do here? We went Genty, Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, Evans. Is that how we started the draft? Hampton? I don't know. Like, the wide receivers are good. I mean, if Tyreek Hill is somehow a top 5 wide receiver again, which feels borderline impossible, then your wide receivers will be great. But if he's just kind of okay, then your wide receivers are also just kind of okay. Yeah, I think I have to rate this like an 8.
Yeah, having those 2 rookie running backs, not a bad thing because you got the first 2 and they could be studs. I hate to feel like I'm depending on Tyreek Hill to recapture whatever he was before last year. He could, but yeah, that's where if Tyreek Hill doesn't, if McMillan isn't reliable, and you have a lot of rookies just in your starting lineup, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a little, and you got Hunter on the bench. It's a little rookie forward it's a little risky. I'll go 7.75. All right. We're catching up on the super chats. By the way, we're not just doing super chats. Let's do a couple of regular chats. But if you want to guarantee that you get your question answered, then that's the way. Because we definitely do those. How about Band's Dog? God love that. Start 2 for the flex. In half, Hampton, Pollard, Pearsall, Diggs.
In half, I'll go. Oh man, I think you got to definitely go Hampton in half. This definitely makes it closer with Pollard, but I don't love Pollard's matchup this week. Like, I'm really worried about the Titans this week offensively. I might go Hampton, Pearsall, but man, it's really Pollard, Pearsall, Diggs really close here. I'll go Hampton, Pearsall.
Yeah, it's close. Again, I think you could pick any two of these and be fine, but I was thinking Pearsall, Hampton, Pearsall. So let's do that. How about this one? Yo, big bro. He's got his first pick coming up, about to draft. So, Jamar or Bijan, who's the call?
Well, assuming it's PPR, it's Jamar Chase. If it's non-PPR, and I'm talking like touchdowns and yards only, not talking half PPR, I'm talking non-PPR, then it's Bijan.
Right. Typically just going Chase. Hopefully it's not completely non-PPR. Let's see what else we can do here. One more. Try to get some players we haven't talked about as much yet. This is interesting. How about insight? Right now, flexing Odunze, would you switch him with either of the Panthers, McMillan or Leggett?
No. Well, I mean, T-Mac, I'll say not Leggett. I'll say T-Mac and Odunze is close. I might go T-Mac this week. It's just such a good matchup against the Jags. But that one's really close. I mean, like, if you're feeling Odunze, I'm fine with Odunze if you want to leave him in. I think that one's razor thin for me.
Right. I feel like I know what you're saying. McMillan probably has a little higher ceiling. He could have a big game against that Jags defense if he's involved early, which he definitely could be. I feel like if this was DJ Moore, I'd probably say, no, just keep DJ Moore. Odunze, we're still just not sure exactly how many targets he'll get here. I think I'm fine with going McMillan. All right, let's do NMB. He's always here. Hill, Adams, or Pickens. He wants to know week 1 and rest of the season.
I got Pickens. I'm going Pickens.
For both? Rest of the season and week 1?
Yes.
There you go. That's conviction. It's tough, man. I mean, like Hill, okay, we already talked enough about Hill. You know why we were worried about him. Adams, again, it's not him we're worried about. It's his quarterback. So, exactly. I think I'm fine. Look, Adams is the number 2 receiver on his team. Let's face it. Pickens is the number 2 receiver, but so is Devontae Adams. So, yeah. I mean, week 1, I know it's definitely Pickens. In Lucero, Pearsall or Monty at the flex. This is PPR.
I mean, Monty's your safe. Don't have to stress about an option, but I like the upside of Pearsall. And it's not a great matchup for the Lions on the road in Green Bay. I might just go Pearsall here. But if you're like, hey, I just want to play it safe, go Monty.
Come on. Since when do we play it safe? I'm going to play it safe. That doesn't win. Let's go Pearsall. And then Prescott, it's a 10-teamer too. We need more upside. Prescott or Knicks?
I think you, as much as I like Prescott, I think you got to go Knicks here.
Yeah. Titans, been saying they're solid defensively. They're not a great defense, but I think Knicks will be fine. All right, Cody's got another one. He forgot one. He's in a lot of leagues. 10-teamer, and he switches here. Not starting.
I mean, on the bench is Dak. You're not starting him over Burrow, Bill, Rome. Maybe Rome. Let's see. H.N., Kamara, Lamb, Jameson, Ingram, Pickens, Tracy. I think I would put Rome Odunze over Tracy.
Yeah, I like Tracy, but I think if this is PPR, you can go Rome or Ibuka. Probably Rome over Tracy. All right, there you go. This is an interesting one. from Che Ambrose, I believe is that Garth from Wayne's World. Nice. Xavier Worthy or Alvin Kamara in the flex?
Worthy. Oh, well, okay. I said that really fast, but it's like, hold on, maybe not. I mean, I probably want Worthy because I want to chase that upside. But it wouldn't surprise me if, like, if Worthy doesn't have a big game, right? Like, if he doesn't score a touchdown, I think Kamara, like, could outscore. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I think Kamara has a way higher floor than Worthy. But I want to chase that ceiling of Worthy, so I'm going to put Worthy in. But I wouldn't fault you for putting Kamara in because I think Kamara has a very high floor this week. Like, I think Kamara could catch 7 or 8 passes this week.
Right. I mean, both are very solid. I do feel like Worthy has more ceiling, higher ceiling here, so probably would go Worthy. And then let's see. Okay, we've got a couple others here, but did you die? Is it an auction league? 2 running back, 2 receiver, 3 flex. Have Nico, McConkey, Terry, JMO, Roma, Dunze, Coleman, Ridley, who to start, and flex because we're seeing running back is the weak spot. Okay, so we need. Oh, wow. Okay, so 2. Didn't list the running backs here. I don't know if we should go back. 2 receivers and 3 flex. Guess we'll just assume we're flexing 3 receivers if he's already dogging his own running backs.
Yeah, so you need 2 receivers and 3 flexes. So you're going to go Nico McConkey definitely at wide receiver. Then you're going to flex Terry, Jameson, and Romo Dunze this week because Ridley has a tough matchup. I don't know who your running backs are.
Oh, this was the team that had Mason, Caleb Johnson, Rashad White, and Keenan Scadaboo.
All right, so Mason and Scadaboo or whoever you want. But your wide receivers are stacked, so that's good. That is good.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, and it's PPR, and I get it, the way you drafted. It's an auction draft, so yeah, it's good. Definitely Nico, of course. Definitely McConkey. Definitely Terry. Definitely go JMO for the 5th spot this week or Dunze. But yeah, your receivers are good. And Michael Cazares. What's up, Michael? 10 team. Dak, Chase, London, Walker, HN, Kelsey, JSN, Waddle. On the bench is Diggs, Olave, May, JJ, Loveland, Reed, Judkins. Would you pick up Hollywood, Godwin, Higgins, Dobbs, or Blake Corum?
Well, if Chris Godwin is just sitting out there, I'm picking up Chris Godwin. I mean, especially if you have an IR spot, but even if you don't, I mean, Chris Godwin should just be chilling out there. Are we rating the team, or are we just saying who to pick up here? Like, honestly, I would honestly drop Jaden Reed to pick up Godwin. Like, I don't need Jaden Reed on my team this year. I just don't. The guy's got a Jones fracture in his foot, and he's gonna try to play through it. Like, get out of here, dude. No, you're not playing through a Jones. I mean, he'll probably play through it, but probably not very well.
I also noticed.
Do you need Dak, Drake May, and JJ? I assume that's JJ McCarthy.
I was gonna say we don't need 1, much less 2 backup quarterbacks.
I mean, drop JJ McCarthy, pick up Godwin, drop Jaden Reed, pick up Hollywood, see what he does. I'm fine stashing Judkins just in case he does ever sign. Like, at a minimum, when Judkins does sign and returns to practice, you're probably going to be able to trade him.
Yeah, there you go.
Because people are going to be like, Judkins, he's finally back. You can just ship him off. So drop JJ McCarthy, pick up Godwin, drop Jaden Reed, pick up Hollywood.
There you go. It's a 10-teamer. You don't need to hoard quarterbacks. So there you go. Juice now wants to know Jonnu Smith or Darren Waller.
Well, I already saw Darren Waller not even practicing yet. Like, dude, this guy, what are your Dolphins doing this year? They're like, let's just trade away Jonnu Smith and we'll replace him with Darren Waller, who didn't even want to play football 2 years ago. This is gonna be like Darren Waller. I mean, Darren Waller, what a joke.
They I read somewhere that they basically admitted, the GM was saying like it's like a soft reset, something like that. Like, yeah, we're not blowing it up, like we're not tanking, but we're not going to try too hard. It's like, okay, yeah, here we go.
I mean, but
I
if you're
honestly
gonna do that, why not trade Tyreek Hill?
Well, they should. I wonder if they entertain offers and people are like, the teams are like, no, we're good. Gonna go Jonnu here. Okay. Short season wants to know thoughts about Jordan Addison just overall.
I think he'll be good when he comes back. I mean, he'll be what he is, right? He'll be one of those guys like a, high upside, volatile wide receiver 3 type. It's not like he's injured. Not like he's coming off an injury. It's just a suspension. Like, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, the only possible question I think you could have is JJ McCarthy gonna, be a flop? Is he gonna be as good as what they've had in the past? They really haven't had great quarterbacks in the past, honestly, and they still put up big numbers. So I'm not too worried there. Jordan Addison will still be a guy who has a high weekly ceiling. So, yeah, a nice stash if we can get him at value. I'm glad you asked this question, UE2K. Is there any possible downside to boosting a player on draft lane?
No.
You could pick the wrong one, but you don't.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, even if you don't pick your highest scoring player, the player you pick is still going to get extra points. There's no real downside or negative. I will say the only potential downside or negative to boosting a player is, let's say you boost a player and he gets hurt in the first quarter, and you're like, okay, I want to use my bust protection. You lose your boost. You can't go boost somebody else. You're going to lose your boost. But I mean, like, okay, it is what it is. You lose your boost. There's really no negative. You might as well boost somebody.
Yeah, there's not a negative to picking a player as a boost. I mean, it could go wrong, but you don't lose anything. That's something that we have that you don't get on other platforms. And this actually, I see another comment here from 410 Braxton. We should make a commercial just about the fact that it doesn't have kickers and defense. You're absolutely right. What are those things you don't like about fantasy? And I think probably number one on your list was like, we're not having kickers. Get that out of here. No team defense. Always hated it. Guess what? We don't have it.
Injuries. I mean, I know you can't avoid injuries, but like nothing worse than like your Sunday morning, you're sitting down, right? You got everything, you're ready, you got your food, you're excited, and then like your running back gets hurt on the first, series of the game, and you're getting a 0. Like your whole Sunday is just ruined now. Your whole Sunday is just ruined.
I can imagine. Well, especially, we play in a million leagues, but some people only have one fantasy league, right? Yes. That player gets hurt, you're just like, I'm screwed. I already lost.
Yep.
So you can't completely prevent losing and you can't prevent injuries, but you can prevent having a guy in your lineup that busted or got hurt. So we got bust protection, we got the swap player feature, we got the boost where you're like, I know this guy's going to go off. Okay, so you put him in your lineup. You might have had him in your lineup anyways, but this gives you an extra reason to feel good about that, and it rewards your gut call. So yeah, I agree. I like it. I think draft lane's pretty cool. All right, now don't forget, you can also, I think I forgot to mention this earlier too, is that when you ask your questions on draft lane, you can ask just like you ask on here. Don't forget right now, if you haven't yet, on draft lane, if you're downloading it for the first time, when you first start and you make your account, you can sync your Yahoo and Sleeper leagues with it. But also when you go to ask your questions, right now you get $10 credit. Use code ENDGAME when you go to the little settings section, and then you see the little area for promo code. Just put ENDGAME, and that gets you $10. First couple questions are free. All right, but let's get to some of these. These are non-free questions. Y'all super chatted. We're going to answer them for sure. Appreciate you. AV for 3. What is up? Glad to have you back. Half PPR, Buka, Tracy, or Golden?
I'm just going to go with Buka here. Again, Golden, might take a little time. Not a great matchup against the Lions. Tracy is like okay, but just okay. Give me Egbuka.
I like Tracy in general. I don't know if this will be the best spot for him. So yeah, let's see. Igbuka should get a fair amount of targets. Landon, I know Landon is in multiple draft lane leagues, right? Remember drafting with him? We do those draft lane leagues. Start 2, Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Hunter, or Henderson. Are we just sitting the rookies here?
Yeah, I'm going to sit the rookies. I think, Harrison, I know a little worried about Harrison this year, but it's the Saints this week. He should be fine. And I can't start these rookies over Garrett Wilson just yet.
Yeah. And again, not just, he's a rookie. It's, look, running backs get eased into it. Ramondre is still there. As much as everybody wants the Henderson takeover, it's going to take some time. Like, it just is. It's going to take some time. The JBC. Who to flex in a 12-team full PPR? Henderson. Jacoby Myers, Etienne, Tillman, or Shakir?
Jacoby. As much as I like Tillman, I can't put him over Jacoby. It's like a 99.9% chance Jacoby Myers is going to play. If for some reason he goes to bed Saturday night and wakes up Sunday and says, you know what, screw this, I'm not playing, then you can go Tillman. But he's probably going to play.
Yeah, Jacoby, we know he's playing. He said, I'm playing. I love Tillman. I'm not going to put him over Myers. So there you go. Bandeezy, what's up? Was offered, okay, this is major. Was offered Bijan and JSN for Saquon and Drake London.
I just keep Saquon in London. Bijan, Saquon pretty equal here, but I definitely prefer London to JSN. So I'm just going to keep Saquon in London.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I love me some Drake London this year, and JSN, I get it. He could be a target. I could be wrong. Right? He could be an absolute target hog. I saw one, I think it was in Yahoo or somewhere. They're like, he's going to lead the NFL in receptions. You know what? Maybe. I'm not going to say that he's a bust or anything. I didn't avoid him. I'm just saying I think there's some potential for him to disappoint based on where he's being drafted. Give me London all day over Jason. And again, Saquon, Bijan, Saquon, it's the same thing. Billy Harris, maybe let's open this to the chat. I have no idea. I don't know if you know if they've even said. Asking the hard questions. Who's doing the halftime show this year?
They haven't announced it, but I think Roger Goodell kind of gave it away today.
Today?
It's Mrs. Taylor Swift.
Oh, well.
Somebody asked Taylor Swift. I think a reporter asked if Taylor Swift was going to be the halftime show, and he coyly said, maybe.
Wow. Who could have seen that coming?
Now okay. It's going to be the AFC Championship game. We got Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, so that everybody's going to be like, oh, the NFL definitely wants the Chiefs there, Kelsey and Swift, right? For sure. There's going to be some controversial play in the AFC Championship game. I've already predicted it. Can I put a bet on this? Vegas, give me odds on this. Give me odds on the Chiefs getting a generous call in the AFC Championship game, and everybody's saying the NFL rigged it for the Chiefs so that Travis Kelsey could be in the Super Bowl for Taylor Swift halftime show. Vegas, give me odds on this. Give me some odds.
They'll put a bet on this. There'll be all sorts of odds on that if that happens. But this is why yesterday, whoever asked about, I think maybe it was Billy too, Super Bowl prediction. It's just going to be the Chiefs. Come on. One more year. Travis Kelsey's still playing. It's going to be the Chiefs. Anyways, all right. Let's pivot here. Let's do a few more. I think we're up to date. All right. Bobby J, what is up? Dak or Caleb?
I'm going to go Dak this week.
Let's go Dak. And then what about Trevor or Caleb?
Here I'll go Caleb. I know it's the Panthers. I know it's a good matchup, but I like Caleb. I'll go Caleb over Trevor.
Yeah, there you go. Split the difference. Kayla Morales, Odunze, Tracy, or Myers at the flex?
Myers and Odunze very close for me, but I'm going to give the edge to Myers.
Yeah, we like Myers this week. It's not a bad matchup. And again, I mentioned this yesterday. It sounds like Christian Gonzalez might not play. That's their top corner. Revenge game, if you believe in that. Well, if nothing else, Jacoby Myers, he didn't get what he wanted, right? He didn't get a trade. They're just like, no, we're not trading you. He's like, okay. And then he still wants a contract. He's got motivation now, doesn't he? This whole year. Yep. He's going to try to ball out because everyone's talking about Brock Bowers. People are talking about those rookies. Nobody's talking about Jacoby Myers. So he needs to show out. I like that. And Kyle Siebert audio has Josh Allen. That's a nice thing. Should I flex 2 out of 4? Shakir, Coleman, Myers, Ollie, Gordon.
Well, I mean, you got to flex Myers.
Right. It's too soon to start Ollie Gordon. I mean, Achan's playing.
Too soon to start Ollie Gordon. I don't really want to start Shakir. I guess Shakir. It sounds like Shakir is going to play, but I'm still worried, like coming off a high ankle sprain. I guess Myers and Shakir.
If Shakir's good, if we hear positive reports, now I understand the concern is that even if he plays, is he 100%, right? This could linger, this could affect him. I'm not going to believe Keon Coleman is valuable until I actually see it. So I go, if Shakir plays, for me, it's Shakir and Myers. Definitely. And I don't think having Josh Allen doesn't mean I want to play both of these or I don't want to play either. Just play who's best. Okay. Got one from Raymond Cerna. Full PPR. Laporta or Kraft at tight end?
I mean, I think you still got to go Laporta here.
Yeah, Laporta. I mean, they're playing each other, right? I think I would just expect what you would normally expect from those. It's not necessarily a plus matchup for either tight end. You could say, well, Kraft because Jaden Reed isn't, 100% or whatever, but he's still not going to be a target magnet. Let's go Laporta. Flex, T-Mac, Diggs, or Pollard?
Man, I like Diggs, but I think I'm going to go. Jeez. I think I'm going to take a chance on T-Mac against the Jags, although I do really like Diggs.
This one's pretty close. Yeah, upside goes to McMillan. Let's go McMillan. What about Conscious Dab? How's it going? What are your thoughts on picking between Monty and Warren for RB2? Now that
my thoughts are, I'm definitely going to go Monty.
Not invigorated by that contract they gave Jalen Warren. No. Flexing, he's still Arthur Smith's running back. Flexing Judy over Pickens, Hunter Henry over Jonnu.
I mean, Hunter Henry over Jonnu for sure. Judy over Pickens. I mean, look, I don't hate it. It's the Bengals. It's Flacco. I would probably go Pickens, but I'm okay with Judy.
Yeah, that's tough because we're talking about Pickens a lot, but yeah, Judy against the Bengals. How can you not? Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, definitely go to Monty over Warren. Okay, so short season offered Smith, Olave, and Ingram for McBride and JMO. I think I would.
I would definitely take McBride and JMO.
Yeah, I think that could work. Yeah, I would do that. If this doesn't work, thinking Smith and Shakir for Kittle and Addison. I would do that.
I would take that too.
Yeah. And I think that's reasonable. I think that's fair. I mean, he might not go for it. I know that guy really wants Smith. Well, then there you go. There you go. If you want Smith and Kittle, I mean, that right there is pretty comparable, right? Don't they get drafted pretty much the same range?
Yep.
So, but if you don't want to do that straight up, then yeah, I like both of those deals for you. There we go. All right, let's do a couple more here. Hambone in the house. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson.
think this week I might go DJ Moore. I'm not worried about that Vikings defense. They still give up points to wide receivers. I think I'm going to go DJ Moore here.
Yeah, a lot of weeks. Hopefully, hopefully Justin Fields is, good enough. I think he will be. It's going to be Wilson, but this week, let's go Moore. I already mentioned it like way back. You probably weren't on yet. DJ Moore had 2 really nice games against the Vikings last year. And that was last year when the Bears offense basically was trash for most of the season. So gotta like him. How about this one from Joe's Scarecrows? Judy or Dobbins?
Judy. Unless it's like complete non-PPR, then I might go Dobbins.
Right.
Well, I might even still go Judy.
I like Haunted Hills Farm. Where's that at?
I know, right?
I'll look that up. Haunted Hills Farm. It's almost that time of year. Halloween coming. Football, Halloween, best time of year. I mean, this is the best time of year by far.
Love some Halloween. Still got time. We got plenty of time for that. But let's see. Xavier, welcome back. In full PPR, being offered Monty and Jacoby for Henderson. RB room, he already has Cook, Caleb, and Mason.
I think I'm going to take Monty and Jacoby here for Henderson. I think it's enough value for Henderson. It helps your running back room. I like Jacoby.
Yeah, well, Cook. Yeah, because right now Caleb is not startable. Mason, you don't want to start Mason. He's like fine as a fill-in, but he's not the guy who's gonna, pile up a ton of points. I gotta be afraid, what if Henderson does break out, have a huge season? I don't think he's gonna be like top 10 necessarily. So I think this is good. Monty, you can just kind of set and forget, right? Yeah, I think that's fair.
Check this out, Haunted Hills Farm. 15 acres. It's in North Georgia.
Oh,
3 different. What does it say?
Not close.
Sorry. It's three different haunted experiences for one price. Nice. I'm ever in Georgia, I'm definitely checking that out.
Jasper, Georgia. Yeah. Have no idea where that is, but
nice.
I know it's not driving distance from here. All right. Well, there you go. Free shout out. Joe's, what is it called? Haunted Hills Farm?
Yes.
All right. We need to do, once we are just like rolling it, like we just do this and that's all we do. We're going to have some end game retreats. Haunted Hills Farm. What was it? Big Bear Cabin Rentals. We're going there too.
Bear Cabin Rentals, not
Bear Cabin.
Not Big Bear.
Bear. Just Bear. All right. Okay, a couple more here. Phil, what's up, Phil? Ciortino is back. Kincaid or Henry?
Hunter Henry? I think I'll just go Kincaid. Well, I don't mind. I mean, Henry, I think could score against the Raiders, but I don't know. I'll just go Kincaid.
Yeah, the matchup on paper is better for Henry, but that could be a low-scoring game. Buffalo Baltimore should be a shootout. It probably will be. So let's go Kincaid, especially because Shakir's banged up. Let's go Kincaid. That's pretty close. Look, there you go. Got some business, of course. Yeah, I want to go, man. I don't know if I'll ever be in Northwest Georgia, but I want to go to Haunted Hills Farm. Tresner says he's going. He's in Florida. That's driving distance. That I know. I mean, not if you're in South Florida. Here in South Florida, it's like a full day. Did not know that Troy Franklin was Troy the Turtle, but apparently he is. What are your thoughts on Troy Franklin?
Not a good nickname for a wide receiver to be the Turtle.
No, that's like the worst possible nickname.
Right? It's like my thoughts on Troy Franklin are we'll see. We'll see.
I think Marvin Mims is still, if there's which again, he came out and said, right? Was it Peyton who said, like, basically we don't have a wide receiver 2. If there is one, it's going to be Marvin Mims based on usage. But yeah, Franklin, he's a great DFS play sometimes. He's a good best ball pick if you took him in the last round. That's probably it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it must be a 16 team. No, if you're in a deep, and like you can pick up anybody who you feel has upside. So, and then I think we have to give a shout out to Alan. We know he's in Brazil. Not only is he there, but the game in Brazil. He's traveling to see the game.
Nice.
So won't be here. That's a great reason to not watch the stream. That's awesome, man. Enjoy the game. All right. Well, everybody enjoy tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow, right? We're gonna be back.
Absolutely. Get you ready for the game. Get you ready for game time.
So maybe a little bit earlier start,
stream.
But we're gonna be here, break down last minute questions, whatever you got, and just talk up the game. So do that, and then make sure you got your notifications on so you know when we go live. Check out all the videos. Starts it's all out. Everything else still coming. More videos. We're not just sitting back and waiting for football. There's still more videos coming. Almost every day you're going to get video content from us all season long. So make sure you are subscribed. Don't forget on the way out, thumbs up. It does help us. If you feel like we helped you, or at least trying to help you, help us. Just do that. Thumbs up. Also download Draft Lane. You know what? Even if you're like, I asked my questions on here, I like the stream, fine. But you know what? Just download the app. Give us a nice rating. That would help us out to try it out. Guarantee you'll probably like it, but at the very least, download the app. That would help us out. All right, guys. That does it for today. We are very close. Less than 24 hours. Ready. All right. We'll see y'all game night tomorrow.